All right, so Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online was released a couple weeks ago in a beta form, being called as a full launch form. The game is buggy as hell, not very good, overpriced, has a terrible fan base. I don't even know. I don't even know why anybody. I don't know. This is just. It's just ridiculous. All right, so they released the game in in its beta form, claiming it's in full form, and they're charging a box fee of $60, a monthly fee of $15. They have a cash shop as well. They also have other cache barriers to block out content, such as main content like major races and horses and other things. Or you can just buy it in the cash shop, which traditionally you choose one or the other. You choose your monthly fee or your cash shop. You don't choose both. It's a complete money grab. I don't even that first off is just complete bullshit. I don't know why anybody would think that's a good idea and why anybody supports or defends that kind of greedy pinch in your pocket money grubbing mindset. It's dumb. So one of the first things you're going to encounter is endless load screens. You get your game set up and you try and start the game and you get stuck in a loop of loading, loading, loading. You can sit there for 20 minutes. It doesn't kick you out into the login screen. And then you think maybe it's taking a while for your computer to load. No, it's endless loading screens, which has been a bug since beta, and it's a bug that hasn't been released or fixed since. And you would think that would be a priority. You're sitting, that's it's ridiculous and it's annoying. And then they have these maintenances that are almost daily that they are pretending to fix bugs. Whatever bugs they fix, it doesn't seem to change anything. All the same crap is still broken. After their long ass maintenances, you go in trying to finish your broken quests that are stuck or enemies that aren't spawning or hoping that the actual game will load and it's still all broken. I don't know what maintenance is on their crappy like employees who don't know how to program. I don't know. Um, then the dungeons that you go in, you explore, you think that the game's pretty big. No, the game seems large, but it's not. You see the same buildings, you see the same terrain, you see the same rocks over and over, you see the same structure, level design of like literally to the point to where it literally was cut and pasted, where they would change a couple doodads inside the dungeon, but you'll be doing the exact same run with a couple different enemies over and over and over and over and over. You'll be exploring all these different ruins and stuff, but they're all the same dungeon. Like seriously the same dungeon. And the cities, all the buildings inside are all the same. Uh, the staircases are all in the same place. The graphics, I mean the boxes and stuff are all in the same place. You're experiencing the same one zone over and over in different spots. It's like they had like a box of cookies that they had a set amount of cook whatever. That's a stupid description, but anyway, it's the same shit. And you would think after millions of dollars spent on this game that they would have some kind of unique assets, not the same thing over and over again. The graphics, they're average. They're not even that good in comparison to like other MMOs. They're okay, but the graphics are not anywhere near the quality of any of the previous franchises of Elder Scrolls. It's like a step back, and by 8 or 9 years, the graphics are average. Where did that money go? Where did those millions go? Probably to the bad voice acting of the like four actors that are doing the voice acting of all the people. And that gets me into the voice acting. The voice acting is okay in some parts and it's terrible in others. And you have the same people talking over and over, and then you go into a town and you're checking the like your vault or something, and the NPC says the same thing over and over, the like 3 sentence thing every time you look at it, and it's just like shut the fuck up, I already know, you've told me this every 2 seconds. And then if you like spend any time AFK anywhere, you have an NPC talking about how you did one quest over again and over again and over again. It's like more of the same repetitive crap that the rest of this game is. Combat is boring. It's super easy. You go and you kill enemies in 2 shots. You have like terrible AI. You can easily escape enemies by jumping in the water or something stupid like that. There isn't even like kind of tangent going off on a tangent here, but water is dumb too because you don't even go in it. You just kind of it's like a little bit of a lower floor. You can't swim at all. All it is a slower movement speed. There isn't really swimming. But back to combat, the bosses you encounter a bunch of different bosses that all do the same thing, same kind of AI, same kind of attacks. Uh, by the time you're level 20, which takes about a day to get to if you're slow at leveling, you've experienced most of the content in regards to the AI and the types of enemies that you'll be encountering. That leveling is there's a lot of stuff in the leveling, but it takes 2 seconds to level. It took me 2 weeks to get to max level, and that was no challenge at all. I wasn't even grinding. There were some people who actually leveled to max level in 24 hours. The game is super easy mode. The enemies are easy to kill. The game is too easy to level. The skills are too easy to level. The trade skills, fucking trade skills. That's a stupid name to call it because anything that you create is useless. It's garbage. It's too easy to max your level. There's only a couple decent items that you can make with your trade skills at max level after researching and stuff that are on par with some of the items that you find in as drops. The trade skills are so easy to max out that by the time anybody would need to buy something from a trade skill at max level, they will have max level themselves by just breaking down the stuff that they find normally in dungeons. So anybody with a trade skill profession has wasted their time at like specifically as a trade skill profession is wasting their time and has wasted their time. It makes all those professions pointless. There's no reason. The alchemy profession, every like couple of enemies drops potions, so there's no point in even buying potions for alchemy. Enchanting, every like you leave a dungeon with like 10 runes or that you can use to upgrade your equipment, and you can just buy them at the shops too. There's a couple of them that you can't buy, but again, this is you just craft your enchanting up, and then your other trade skills like blacksmithing and clothery and stuff, cloth armor and leather armor and wood and stuff like that, all garbage because you can level that up easily, and trying to make a profession out of it is just a waste of time. Put a bunch of points into gathering. Everybody can gather everything at any level. You can go at level 1 to like the level 50 area and gather those level 50 resources and easily level up your stuff. It's a waste of time. The trade system is really stupid too. There's no auction house in the game. You have mini auction houses in the guilds, which do nothing but make it harder to find items. We're in a world where MMOs need an auction house, and having shitty auction houses in your guilds is a stupid idea. It's okay to have on top of like maybe a global auction house, but not only in the guilds because it causes people to go in the guilds only to like look for items, and then you have a bunch of overpriced crap in there that nobody buys anyway, and junk items. And the auction house system being so limited, you end up with nothing good to find in an auction house. And besides that, there's nothing worth buying anyway. Everything that you want, you can find on your own. And then you have the customer support, which is terrible. You have customer support that tells you the same solution to fix everything: restart the game, reinstall the game, and then you have customer support that deletes posts that aren't positive off of their forums and off their Facebook page. Anything that is negative toward them, they'll delete. Why? Because they're like, I don't know, they're dumb. They obviously don't understand how like freedom of speech works, and that if you remove posts from somebody that's negative, you've just created an enemy, and you've created their friends as an enemy, and you've just those people as an enemy as well, and you've just created a chain reaction of bad PR because you didn't like what somebody had to say. It's stupid. And then you have the fanboys in this game, which defend every damn thing that is done with the game, saying that defending how this game should have been released with bug or find that all MMOs are released with bugs and all that sort of shit. And Yeah, okay, some MMOs released with bugs, but this MMO was released with a lot of bugs, a lot of game breaking bugs, a lot of progression halting bugs, a lot of things that this game should not have been released at this current state. Bugs are not acceptable, and fanboys who think bugs are acceptable create developers who think bugs are acceptable. And then you get shit games released like this that shouldn't have been released. This game should have been released in a year when all these stupid terrible game breaking bugs were gone and combat was better implemented and the group system was better implemented. And going back, I don't think I touched on the group system. The group system is also terrible because half the time you try and join a group, you have people who aren't even in your same like instance or something. You see invisible party members, you can't get near them. Um, Half the time the group finder doesn't work. Other times you can't even find groups to like do the I think there's 14 dungeons in the game, and you are just kind of screwed with groups. And there's no point anyway. The enemies are hard. You can just run around. You can be a level 1 healer, get your regeneration spell the last 3 seconds, walk around and heal people, and just leech off people easily. You can go into the last area of the game that you can get to, and just have your regen spell on and follow the people around who are fighting. Get credit for the quests, get credit for the experience, and level to max by not even doing anything but casting regen on someone. And then the game's full of bots too and gold spammers that are filling the dungeons to where they kill bosses so quick that people who aren't trying to exploit the system can't even kill the bosses, because they're just sitting with bots on the bosses that drop items that are worth more money than actually going out and doing quests, and enemies drop like 1 gold each. All in all, this game is a waste of money. You shouldn't waste your money on this game. You need to prove a point. Don't spend money on this game. This game is completely overpriced from the get-go with the monthly fee and the bot. I'm a proponent for monthly fees. I think good games should get monthly fees. This game is not a good game. This game doesn't deserve a monthly fee. This game is free-to-play status, released at free-to-play, and released with a free-to-play payment model, but it also has a monthly fee payment model and a box fee payment model. Don't accept that greed. By buying this game and accepting this monthly fee, you've just accepted, you've just told this company and other companies in the future that it's okay to charge me a monthly fee and then charge me microtransactions on a cash shop and then charge me the box fee. It's not okay. Not and then release a completely buggy product. It's not okay. In conclusion, this game is it's super easy, it's boring, it's repetitive, it's full of bugs, it's full of childish and immature fanboys who constantly defend this pile of trash. And the only thing that you'll get in this game is a no-challenge average game where you'll spend half of your time fighting bugs, skipping mindless dialogue, and rather than actually playing an enjoyable game for years to come. If you do spend time in the game, you're going to get 2 weeks of content anyway. Into 2 weeks of buggy content with terrible crap, annoying bugs and annoying players and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's that on Elder Scrolls Online. They spent millions of dollars on this game only to watch it fail because I don't know why. I don't know what they were thinking about releasing a product like this in this state. Goodbye, Elder Scrolls Online.